A little surprised they go for the Slark here, unless they're trying to deny pick it away from MNZ, and they think that Leostar is playing the Razor. Just because RDO is like Terrorblade is his boy, is his hero, is very popular right now. Strong illusion heroes are very very popular in this current meta, so it's interesting to see them pick up the Slark when the TB was open. But maybe they're too afraid that the final pick on Thunder Predator could.
And the brew too. The brew dispel illusions on the wind
That's
panda,
true.
just kills all the illusions, and then you can toss up the TB as well. Maybe that's why they just don't want to give the TB like such a rough time. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like that great of a Slark game either. Like brew just splits, Racer just sucks you. I mean,
Well, they're
Ogre and Snap
tanky,
you can
right?
hit.
So you
Yeah,
can get a
they're
lot of.
that's true. The supports are definitely heroes you can like steal a
Yeah.
lot of stats from, and they can't kill you. So maybe that's it. Is that the supports don't do any like? How do you catch a Slark in this game? Really, I guess that's the thing. Is like if he's running around the map, how do you really catch out a Slark? There is
Mhm.
nothing. There is absolutely nothing. When you actually engage in team fights, well, okay, things are different. Maybe it's a little hard for the Slark then because he can get sucked, the brew split, yada yada. But in outside of team fights, Slark cannot die, and I think that's what the last pick definitely needs to solve for Thunder Predator. Maybe some Faceless Void or something like that to deal with the Slark.
Hmm. It's interesting now because you're trying to figure out if where that Razor is, what's going to be the Murdoch hero, and I don't know. It's interesting. I also feel like the Slark Phoenix lane isn't necessarily like the strongest, which might like compared to like having a Brewmaster and a Snapfire, right?
Yeah,
I feel like they're
yeah.
going to struggle in lane.
I definitely agree. I think Slark plus either of these two supports is going to get destroyed by a Snap Brew. But we'll see. We'll see. There's creep mechanics and all sorts of things you can abuse to get a little advantage in the lane. So we'll see. I feel like if you're Furia, Queen of Pain is some god tier pick right now. Just destroys all of these heroes. There's no catch whatsoever.
Mm.
Obliterates Razor, destroys Brewmaster. It's like a 58% win rate hero in pro level pubs. Just absolutely filthy hero. But we will see. They do have the last pick on Thunder Predator. Okay,
They
they
go for
do
the
go
quap.
for the qual. Yeah, it's too good. It's just nasty. Have you seen the new dagger slow?
Yes, I
It's like
have.
it's like you're stunned. It's like just stun me at this point. I don't want to have the illusion of like, oh, thank God it's not a stun. I can actually move. No, I can't. Don't
It's
trick
that and
me.
what is it? The scream too with the fear coming out like
Oh,
later on. It's so good. It's
that's
so
true.
strong.
Actually, I didn't think about that until now. Like the slow and then the fear. It's like you're kind of keeping them in place more with the fear. That's annoying. What an annoying hero. God tier though. If you want some free MMR, this is the hero for it right now. Um, if you're Thunder Predator, you could cancer it up with some Huskar or okay, they just go for
Leo
the
style
puck.
puck. All right. I wonder if they were gonna try to pick up the Queen of Pain for Leo style. Like in all honesty, if Murdoch didn't pick that up, because I would say his Queen of Pain is probably the best South America. I'll be bold. I'll say it. I think that Leo style. He's one of the flashier players in South America. He's very talented, and he really shines on
over
Storm.
over Chris Luck Quap?
Yeah, yeah. I'll say it.
Really?
I'll say it.
Really? Okay,
Hmm.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. He's Leo Styles something else. If he gets his heroes,
He's
he's
good on these
definitely
kinds of
good.
heroes that can dodge in and out and just kite. So
Yes, he's definitely like a skill mechanic sort of player. Plays fast. Um so I don't my feeling on this Quap versus Puck matchup is that Puck is just not a good hero compared to Queen of Pain. Like new Queen of Pain, she's just been buffed 10 patches in a row, and Puck has just been nerfed 10 patches in a
yeah,
row. So the math doesn't exactly work out great in your favor. However, with that being said, the thing that was buffed on Queen of Pain is the dagger, and Puck is just very easily can dodge that. All you need to do is you wait for the sound of the dagger, and then you know that it's actually coming out because it only plays after the animation is done. So you wait for the sound of the dagger, you press the phase shift. 100% of the time, you should be able to dodge that. But Queen of Pants can play the matchup by just whacking the puck.
that's
That's
true.
uh an option. And then like you force the phase shift. Okay, there's the dagger.
I
So well,
definitely thought you said Queen of Pants for a second. I was like, he's definitely lacking that quite a bit.
those kind of count as pants. People have like ripped up stuff in their pants. Have you seen the jeans?
I'm, yeah, I mean, I have, but
Is that a boomer thing? Do kids wear those these days? Like the ripped, torn up jeans?
I think they still do. I don't
Am I
know.
a
I don't
boomer?
like having rips in my jeans personally, but that's personal decision. I'm not the boldest with my fashion choices. I'm no
I
Bruno.
just the infrastructure is really struggling too, as well. You
Yeah,
know, it's
that's why
just
we have Pythian producing today because my internet it will be perfectly fine and it'll just start hiccuping randomly,
yeah,
unfortunately. So
it's the
very
way she goes.
glad we got Pythian doing that. It's a little high over there, but RDO's taking a lot of harass. Matthew just going to turn back around, snatch up that bounty rune, so it's going to be an even split. Going 2 for Thunder, 2 for Furia.
Frank starting with this Ring of Regen, the classic build. We got a Basilius on Matthew, so it looks like they're kind of going to play this lane to spam their spells as much as possible. You go for the headdress, you kind of tank, you run in, take damage. Go for the Basilius, you do the same thing except with your mana. So with the Brew and with the Granny, of course, these heroes like to spam their spells. So the Bassi makes sense.
Yeah, I think they've got to be very, very careful in this bottom lane and dealing with once they get like what level 2 or 3 on both of these heroes. What do you think with
Yeah,
the Snapfire and
you definitely got to
Gier?
look out. I like that Matthew started with the little shredder. I think this is really nice to do against heroes that want to right click. Like
And
Slark wants to trade with the Brew with the Essence Shift, but it's not possible with 300. Oh wait, okay, let's see what it is. Okay, it's not telling me, but it's 15 times 5. What is that? 60
That was
something.
perfect.
I have a math degree. I'm under pressure. I actually can't do it under pressure. I'm not even kidding you. This is why I'm not a pro player. I actually choke when there's any pressure on. It's a huge problem.
yeah, that does sound like a huge, huge problem. But anyways, one of the nice things I do like about Snapfire is the fact that this is a hero that you can skill in a couple different ways depending on what the matchup is, and you can be very, very effective, right? Because Cookie's good with everything, but depending on what the situation is, you can go for that point and little shredder, try to just slow them down when they're trying to go for the last hits, or you can use the slow, try to get some of those kills early on, especially if you know that the support is very slow on the enemy team.
Yep. This is one of those heroes that when it was first added to the game, it was just insanely broken, but nobody knew because nobody knew how to play it. And now it's been nerfed to the point where it's so much worse than it was and still considered broken just because everybody knows what everything does and like what situation to go what spell. And that is definitely one of the best things about this hero is that there are so many different ways that you can play her in terms of her skill build, and they can pick anything and you can deal with it in some way. You just have to be creative.
Is this something that like we've been seeing more and more with Valve heroes actually? Like the newer heroes I feel have a higher probability of being
They do a lot of
run
different things.
different ways. I
Yeah.
guess. It's not just very straightforward like the original Dota 2.
I think so. I think we're also seeing that with like skill changes. Is that you have something like Centaur's Retaliate. It does this return damage, but also there's an active, which is kind of like another spell. So now he can kill towers. He's good at laning against magic immune heroes when he wasn't before. There's a lot of options open to him because his skill is just 2 skills. That's what a lot of these new heroes are too. Is their skills do like 10 different things.
Gonna check in here with the mid lane. It's pretty neck and neck, like we talked about. Leo Styles Puck's gonna be able to dodge away from that dagger. We do have 1 point in the Shadow Strike, but not gonna be the most effective against the Puck, obviously.
So Murdoch is going for the like anti-puck build, which is basically you use the Shadow Strike, fake the dagger. Or actually, you let the dagger go, he dodges the dagger, then you use the Scream of Pain and get the damage. Or you do it the opposite way around, either way. And with the Scream of Pain, you can push the wave, and then that's going to get you a level advantage. And you can pressure under tower, and you don't have to deal with the puck right-clicking you to death because the puck is trying to right-click a creep wave.
Sounds like a smart plan, for sure. Although Murdoch's sitting is a little bit low here. He's got to be careful. Leo Style is very, very aggressive when he plays puck. In fact, is he going to be able to get this? He's maybe 2 more clicks, and he's not going to be able to find it. Leo Style takes a little bit of aggro here from the tower, but look how low Murdoch is.
Very close to being a disaster. But good timing. Murdoch gets a salve immediately on the courier right after that happened. He was playing not very carefully with his low HP, but it actually turns out to be quite efficient because he has the salve.
I think maybe he was hoping that he could try to bait something out of Leo Style. I'm sure both of these players know each other quite well. I'm sure they meet up in that mid lane quite a bit. But I mean, Leo style is known for just being like hyper aggressive. Even on heroes that aren't necessarily super aggressive, he's very, very hyper
Matthew,
aggressive.
careful.
Bottom lane though, looks like Matthew's gonna try to get this final hit over onto Duster, and it's gonna be Frank who gets the first blood, but they will end up losing Matthew. And RDO, he's collecting himself some nice hits here, but he's not gonna be able to have enough damage to take down this Brewmaster. Not yet. Rotation over to the mid lane. Leo style, Murdoch. Silence gets thrown out. He's grabbed himself up that double damage rune, denying it from the puck, but isn't going to be able to follow up with much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much that Rubik can do on the top lane. It's a Razor versus Centaur. The creep wave is pushed in. Really good time to make a rotation to the mid lane. Secures that rune too in a matchup where the runes matter a lot. Puck versus Quap. Both of these heroes want to pick up a bottle and get runes. Ooh, mid lane, Murdoch, be careful!
Bottom lane too, yep, we lose Murdoch and Franks goes down here. Nice pounds coming out. Are they going to dive here? Are they going to try to go after Matthew? It looks like that's going to be the case. He's going to try to slow him down. They get the kill on Matthew, but they will end up losing the Slark.
I think
So
that's
what happened in mid? Because I didn't catch that when I was watching the bottom lane.
Mid was just basically the same thing that happened earlier. Leo style gets the clutch waning rift on Murdoch, and silence duration's long enough that he can basically just beat Murdoch's ass until he dies. Bot lane, I actually think it's good to suicide like that as a carry. I was watching EG do that a lot. Arteezy was playing Ursa, just kept suiciding in over and over again, because that way it prevents you from getting a huge streak. And the streak kills are where all of the gold comes from these days. So trading your life for a support kill as a carry is a lot more worth it than it was in the past. Ooh, Leo style.
Are they going to be able to get this kill?
Oh, the pause.
Did you see Duster just kept leading him on, manages to get himself out that salve?
Yeah.
He was so close to getting clicked down to death by Leo style. And I think they can actually... Does this do enough damage?
Leo style is 1 mana point away from getting the orb. So he's going to orb away.
Okay.
The tick damage is certainly not going to be enough. I think Murdoch's going to need to get 1 extra right click. And the question is, will Leo style time the orb such that he dodges the right click with the orb? Because I think that the phase shift is going to be short enough that Murdoch's going to get a right click off. And the question is, how does Leo style time the orb jaunt? So hopefully, for Leo style's sake, he's not the one experiencing any ping issues here, because whoever is probably going to come out in favor in this engagement.
I don't remember if this is on the Brazil server or Peru, or if it's US East.
This
I believe is an NASA. This is an NASA tournament, so I'd assume US East.
I have 30 pings, so I think that would be US East, unless it's just for some reason showing me some. I don't think it would show me the ping to US East if it's on Brazil server. I think this is US East.
So I think does Brazil have the advantage then? I'm trying to remember.
To US East, I think that Peru would probably have the Peru's. I think it would probably be about the same.
No, because one definitely has an advantage over the other. I just don't remember which. But I guess it also depends on who has better internet as well. So maybe it's a moot point. I don't know. We'll have to see though. Be interesting to watch. And all right, let's make a little wager here, Jenkins. Does Leo style make it out of this?
I think so. He's got 3 bottle charges. I think he can just bottle, and even if Murdoch does get the right click, he's going to have to get really unlucky on the ticks of Shadow Strike to...
Well, we can't make a wager now, because I was going to say Leo style was going to make it out of here live, so
okay,
cool.
Yeah, I think
beans.
Also, it's like a double high ground. He's got to walk up, 295 move speed.
Yeah.
It's pretty slow.
Oh, here we go. Let's watch. Nope. Bottle. Yeah, he's making it out. As expected.
It's a level 1 dagger. And I think it had just tick too, so it's NBD.
Some moves being made here on the bottom lane. This is going to push RDO back a little bit. The tip's coming out. I feel like South America is one of the few areas that still is very liberal with the tips.
Maybe in pro matches.
In pro matches, yeah.
People like the tip in pubs.
It's gonna be the slow coming out. He'll try to make some moves over here onto Frank.
That seems kind of ballsy.
I think it's very ballsy considering that Matthew has, a little shredder. He's got Cookie as well now, sitting at level 3.
But they do have a level advantage on Duster and RDO.
Murdoch has his level 6 though, so he's making his way up to this top lane. Might make
nice
some moves over
positioning.
here onto MJZ. Jumps forward here. MNZ says, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. Go, take my support. I have no interest in this. Sonic Wave. And that's a very dead ogre.
I love that positioning. That's exactly what you want your ogre to do. Run in and die to the co-op rotation. There is no better hero and no better job to do on an ogre than that.
Be a tanky boy and absorb some of those rotations.
Yeah. I love it. Leo Style does get some damage done on the mid tower from this though, which, you know, not a huge deal. This is a puck. Doesn't exactly push towers particularly fast.
I'm not sure what Matthew's plan is over here. Like, he's sitting over, there's a nice stacked camp.
Puck has coil. I think this is probably what you think you can probably get a kill on this Quap. I think Quap is 100% dead.
It's gonna be the coil like we talked about. Matthew throws out the slow. We'll get the cookie hop, and there it is. That's what we were waiting for.
It's too easy. It's really too easy when you have the coil. That is just one of the best kill threats against this Queen of Pain hero. As well as a maxed out silence. You honestly have to just kind of rotate as Quap. I think you probably want to go like one more point in dagger and then just lane against the Razor and then just put the Centaur mid at this point. Or just play two cores together. I don't think he should keep going mid and feeding to Puck. I think every time the Dire wants to kill Murdoch, he's gonna die.
Oh, I mean, every time that they've got the coil up for sure. You know,
exactly.
The way that you phrase this, but feels like we are seeing some rotations come top. Turn their attention now over onto MNZ, but Sexy Matt, he doesn't quite land that stomp, and he's straining quite a bit here, followed up with Matthew being here. They'll turn their attention back around. Can they get the final hit on MNZ? Yes, they will. So they're going to go right back in again. Matthew tries to run away. It looks like he's going to make it out as Frank also makes this rotation. Hiko now left behind. He needs to get out of there, but they need to find some way to stun him and slow him down. They'll actually go and use the split and just hold Hiko still for a little bit longer and able to get themselves a kill. As in the middle lane, we've talked about this.
You can't be there.
You can't keep going there, especially not when there's a double damage Puck driving your tower.
This is the biggest issue for Thunder Predator right now. The Queen of Pain needs to move. They need to put a Phoenix mid. They need to put some other hero mid that wants to get levels. Rubik and Phoenix are both very good at doing that, and they both want levels. But they're fighting with these heroes instead, surprisingly.
Top lane again. Sexy Fat gets drained, but they have the lift. They're just trying to put more pressure on MNZ, but Sexy Fat here needs to get away. Does have a couple stick charges here. Thinking about trying to maybe go back in, but is going to back off. Leo Style throws out the orb, hoping to get lucky. Isn't going to be able to find Sexy Fat hiding over here in the tree line. But,
Not sure how FURIA knew that Leo Style was coming. I think it's just a really good read. They might have saw his TP in the mid lane or something like that.
Well, they have wards.
They do.
Although
they
do
like,
manage to find
he
Hiko in the
TP'd.
tree line.
Yeah, they finally. It's like, okay, where could they possibly have gone if they're not over here? They're sitting in the trees.
Leo Style's stuck over here. Has to use the orb to get away.
I can't hear you.
Duster goes, gets himself the bounty rune for the team, but is going to pay for it with his life. As there were two heroes on the side of Thunder Predator just waiting for him.
That's worth it. That's worth it. And in the bot lane, we have RDO, who of course is going to be perfectly fine against a Brewmaster solo. It's a melee hero versus Sark with an Orb of Venom. Not very fun for the melee hero. I think this is similar to the mid lane, where we probably want to see Frank rotate out of this lane and start pressuring with his ultimate. He's probably going to wait for the ult. It's got 25 seconds on cooldown.
Yeah, he just used it top and they managed to collect a kill on Hiko, so... For now, I think he's just going to chill, farm up. There's not much that he can do against RDO right now anyway, so...
No, he doesn't want to chill here too much. He just gets hit by the Slark. So, why be here? Why subject yourself to this?
Again, we have those three heroes top. Feels like Murdoch's just trying to recover a bit after having several deaths to the Puck mid. So all eyes are on this trio in the top lane, trying to make things happen. It's difficult when you're tempo creator, right? It just doesn't have what they need to get the job done.
She can. I think she just needs to rotate, which she is. This is good. Murdoch rotates. He's got the haste rune.
MJZ gets tough stomp. There's going to be lift coming out from Hiko. They'll find themselves a kill, but the Dream Coil is going to get dropped, so that Stampede is not going to allow SexyFat to run away as they TP several of these heroes top.
And they just ditch, because, okay, that's fine. You put 5 heroes in one lane, we go 1 for 1. That's perfectly fine if you're FURIA. You've a Slark that's farming. Although, now they do rotate the Razor bot, which I think does fine against a Slark, but he does have a 2-level advantage on Slark.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks like RDO just realizes, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to TP out. As you can see also, Matthew TP's in and try to go up here on the high ground. Murdoch deciding that he doesn't want to. Sees that MNZ is very, very low.
Oh, no,
he misses
the
the
miss.
Sonic Wave! No! What a disaster for Murdoch. He was hoping he could get himself a quick little pick there, and he just times it just a little bit off.
You know, I gotta say, I never see Murdoch queuing on US East, so
Do you think it's a ping?
maybe that's a ping issue. Queen of Pain is one of the harder heroes to hit that ability at close range with ping.
Making
don't
moves
know.
on SexyFat over here. Frank is also nearby. They'll use the Dream Coil. It's like they want to try to just take out the center. They just juke around. They'll actually go turn back around because the Slark has joined the fight. And they'll use the split. Murdoch's finding this puck, but he's just going to be able to go jaunt himself away. They did end up using the split, but it doesn't look like they want to use it any further over here. In fact, they're walking it away because it is just about to expire. And that is an opening now for FURIA, I think.
Yep, definitely. Both teams are doing a really good job at dodging when the enemy team uses some like crucial ability. I think that's an easy subtlety to miss in a game like this is just the amount of skill that it takes to not fight. You know, in Dota, it's usually just full throttle. Everybody fights no matter what. So to be like, okay, they use an ability, let's wait. That's how you win games. And both of these teams are doing a very good job at kind of chilling when they need to.
Now, what do you think Murdoch needs to do? Because he got stomped in lane. You know, he had 3 deaths during the laning phase. He got killed in that bottom little... I don't even know what you call it. Like, he tried to go for a gank, and it just unfortunately failed on him. What does he need to do? Because this is one of those heroes that's very dependent on snowballing, I feel.
So he's rushing a blade mail. So the best thing to do when you think you're not going to outdo the damage of the enemy team because they're going to get more items than you is just get the one item that does their damage back to them. This is also a pretty common thing these days, is rushing the blade mail.
Stampede, MNZ, that's a lot of things that have been used, including the egg, as they should be able to find the final hit here. Sonic Wave, again, doesn't do anything.
It really seems like he's struggling with the ping.
Yeah.
It really seems like that. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, because, I mean, I got no stake in the game. But
Dream Coil's
it
being
just
used
looks
here
like
on the mid lane, stolen by Hiko. And they'll throw out their own Dream Coil. It'll snap back, but they've got the Mortimer Kisses, and that should be the death of multiple supports. As they lose Hiko, they lose Duster, and they lose SexyFat. Those Mortimer Kisses. Oof.
Good lord.
Dios
Would you
mío.
believe that damage has been nerfed twice? Come
And the
on.
range, too. The range is bit, like, you can't even see Matthew on the screen when he's shooting out those kisses. He's lobbing them out, and you can't even see him. It's so wild.
Yep. Pretty nasty. This is why a hero like Puck is so good against Snapfire, because you can just kind of hunter on the, 2 screens away.
I feel like if they wanted to, they could have chased after RDO, but they don't have the Dream Coil up, so...
Yeah, and no vision too, so they're
True.
playing it safe. It's hard to chase into the enemy triangle, especially when you have a 4K Goldie. You don't really need to do anything too crazy. You can just kind of keep playing the way you're playing and win the game, unless they have some insane late game, which I really don't think FURIA's late game is any better than... I mean, I guess to some degree, Slark is really strong in the late game, but not that strong. Razor can do okay.
Yeah, they're pretty evenly... I feel like
It's not some like
has a little bit more of the edge, right? Because they do have the Brewmaster. But
I would probably give the edge to FURIA just because...
Really?
Just because the Quap Scream in the late game is like insane, but it's not by much. It's not some like Spectre versus Timbersaw sort of late game matchup where it's like, all right, one of those heroes a hard carry, the other's not. All of these heroes are kind of soft carries, barring like the Slark.
And you can see now that Thunder Predator have kind of taken up residency in the Radiant jungle. They're just kind of dodging with the rest of the Not all of them, though, because Hiko is very much in the middle down here. He's making the jump over here onto MNZ, but he isn't going to be able to do much of anything because the rest of his team's not there.
He's just wasting time. I think he was...
Just making space. Leo style TPing
Yeah.
top, though.
He was trying to just nuke out the wave and protect the tower for a little bit longer, but unfortunate. I mean, he does get the wave. He does stop the push, really. Like, the push is not happening
RDO?
anymore.
Oh, RDO. He didn't expect the rest of the team to rotate like they did. He is going to have to go TP himself out. This is going to be a very dead duster, though. There's no way that he survives that. Not with everybody there.
What? He
Not
TP'd...
with the Bloodlust.
Oh my god, he TP'd to the outpost. That could have been so... That could have been so bad.
That is very
6-second
ballsy.
TP. He has got big balls. He is... I want to say lucky, but I mean, obviously it's skill to jump up to the high ground like that, because if he's not there with the egg going, he can just get that canceled and just... That's... It's very bad. It's very bad, but...
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
So, TPing up here, though, it does let him push this top wave, which is quite cool if you're RDO.
I just don't know what FURIA can do right now, because it feels like Thunder Predator just puts their foot on the gas pedal and they can just pretty much do whatever they want, because this Slark and this Queen of Pain are not really ready to fight.
Yeah, exactly. I think what you said is exactly true. I think you need to wait for like a couple more items on these heroes, and then you fight. Like the Ags on Slark changes a lot. You know, you can stop the puck, you can jump away from the Razor as well as get. Okay, well maybe you just kill the puck when she's alone.
You know, that's pretty good, right? Because we talked about these kill streaks, and they just got. Unfortunately, it went over to Hiko. I think they would much have preferred it to go on to Murdoch, but.
It does get him his ether lens, though. That's not unimportant, you know? That's pretty nice if you're a Rubik player to get that ether lens.
True.
Sexy
Middle
fat.
lane, Matthew, Cookie hopping away, MJZ joining on in. Followed up with Frank. A lot of fire damage here, nice stomp coming out from Sexy Fat. Does have the Stampede if he needs to use it.
And the Essence Ring, so he's kind of debating this a little bit. Although Ogre, oh my god, he does too much!
They get it. They get the kill.
Ogre, too good. He knew it was going to multicast.
It's one lucky Ogre, that's for sure. This game just feels very, very strange to me. Like, they're rotating a lot of heroes in response when I feel like maybe Thunder Predator could just go for more objectives. Like, the whole point of a Slark, right? Slark and Queen of Pain is pick-off potential.
Yep, you could... I mean, definitely after those two deaths, you probably regret not just sitting most of your heroes bot. Because they were getting a lot when that was happening. When they were just chilling bot and kind of farming up and out-farming Furia. Because they do have more of the map. Or they did, at least, before those deaths. So we'll see how the map kind of feels after they die like that. I mean, it still feels pretty Thunder Predator favored, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, they still have some really nice wards that they've placed up over in the jungle, trying to keep vision. You can see some dewarding going on, but these are pretty creative. They're not going to notice that they've placed, you know, some of these wards over here on the side until the camp just doesn't respawn. So that gives them a little bit more map superiority in that sense. And vision is very much king in this game, but...
I love these wards that are like blocking camp, so nobody's going to deward them, or wards that are like just outside of typical sentry range. They give less vision, but the vision duration is a lot longer. So, and really all you need to know is where a hero is, right? It's not like, you don't need to know what the hero's doing exactly. It's like, if you know a hero's in an area, then you can avoid that area if they're a scary hero, or go there if you want to kill them. You don't need to know, okay, he's got to creep to 50% HP. No, nobody cares.
Well, this is pretty nice, though. If you're Slark, you just pick yourself up the double damage rune. You got a couple of the bounties bottom.
Double smoke. They're both smoked right now, actually.
Well, they know. They have so much vision coming out from the side of Thunder Predator. They have to know exactly what they are. Leo Style leading the charge in.
Oh,
do you want to walk up the high ground? There's going to be the lift, though. They'll follow right back up again, but he's going to go for the dodge. Nice Sonic Wave this time, but immediately the split comes out. Leo Style, he drops the coil. This egg is going to get destroyed by a little shredder, but over on this other line, Sexy Fat, he's just absorbing so much damage as Matthew finds the kill. And now RDO, he's just trying to find a corner to hide in. He wants to run away. Hiko and him trying to run as it looks like Murdoch is just going to get obliterated.
So they do pick off the Razor. That's pretty good. A little bit of extra stacks for Slark. Slark can definitely, potentially 1v5 the game. But with that being said, this Shredder versus the Phoenix, that could have been devastating for Thunder Predator. But the Shredder, Matthew just walks right in. He says, nope, I'm killing the egg. You you need somebody to deal with the Snapfire if you have a Phoenix on your team. That's just how it is. Otherwise, the egg is going to die. So you need to kill the Snapfire, you need to focus the Snapfire, something like that. And I think that fight demonstrates that, and we'll probably see that from FURIA in the next few fights, is trying to focus that hero, because they need to get that egg off.
It's just so difficult to, like you said, you know, the way that you want to play Phoenix is you don't want to be diving into like literally everyone. You want to position yourself where you're, you know, going to be able to get that that egg to burst so you can stun everyone, and you want to get a little bit of damage. But if you're too far in the middle of everyone, it does become a huge problem, and especially with a hero like Snapfire, who does kind of want to sit a little bit further back. So if you fly into them, you're giving the Snapfire more of an opportunity, and it looks like they're trying to make something happen. They don't have the Queen of Pain here, though. Nice stomp, though, coming out from Sexy Fat as he goes right to Matthew. Should be taken out almost immediately as he'll turn back around Duster, trying to just heal up RDO. He's going to probably pay for this with his life, as now RDO, he's not going to be able to TP out. He's got the shot to get the kill on him. Oh, can he go get out?
Time.
No,
Ooh.
they see him. They have the vision. They canceled the TP.
He does have orb, though.
Very difficult for him to get out from.
Yeah, or when
As
you're
they get the
silenced. Okay, that's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I think this Slark dying, that was a potential for.
He almost made it out. But...
He did. It was close. It was close. His choice to just immediately TP, I think, makes a lot of sense. But then, you know, the puck coming in, you have this ground targeted disable. So you don't really care if the Slark is ulted. But he had so much damage sucked from the Razor that there's no way he could have continued fighting that. He already did the work. He needed to get out. And as a result, just ends up getting killed.
They actually have really good solutions for the Slark, too. Like the Shadow Dance, you can just go, you can drop, you know, Waning Rift, you can drop Dream Coil, you've got the Snapfire, stuff. Like, you don't have to worry so much. You have damage there to keep pouring out. In fact, that makes this game so difficult for RDO.
Yeah, Puck is one of the best, one of the better. It's a weird matchup. Some people think it's like Slark favored because you can get coiled and then you can just break the coil and then purge. But then Puck, if you can get him after he purged, you have the Dream Coil into Waning Rift. Or if you Waning Rift him and Dream Coil him at the same time before he gets the purge off, then it's just basically a doom. So it's a weird matchup, double edge for sure. But when you're ahead on Puck, then the Slark can feel really bad.
Puck pops over on the side here. Looks like MNZ gets revealed, but I don't think they had any idea because they're sitting on the low ground on the side of FURIA. Oh, they had a ward over there as well, so they did spot it. TPs are coming out, though. They want to try to push this Queen of Pain away. And they have a Yule, so she's not going to be able to TP. They'll drain a little bit of that damage, too, but she'll be able to blink out.
Ooh,
Oh,
Matthew.
they're on the hunt, though. Matthew, he wants to find her. He's not going to be able to quite see over on the side. They use the courier as well, hoping that maybe they can scout it out.
They're going to find her. They just about saw her.
It's very close.
Leo Style was walking away, though, so there's no way that they catch him with that Leo Style.
And I feel like that's, you know, again, we talked about that cat and mouse sort of situation. A little bit different, obviously, but like that's basically Murdoch's whole thing now is just, can I get people to pay attention to me? Can I get them to come home? Because he's criminally behind here, it feels. And what this Quap was supposed to do for the draft of FURIA.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is generally how you play in Dota when you're behind and just looking to farm until you get some items. This just becomes a game of cat and mouse, and sometimes somebody's got to be the distraction. And in this game, it's Murdoch. Queen of Pain's very good at doing this, actually. Just blink into trees, push waves, Scream of Pain. They go on you, BKB Blade Mail. You're a hard kill.
She did just pick up that BKB, too. Oh, Lincoln's gets revealed. Hiko. Popping it. And there's a lot of heroes down here now in the bot lane. And it looks like they're chasing after Hiko. Leo Style. Turns around the corner. Frank's going to join him. It's on the Cinder Brew. They'll use the Stampede. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough because they're able to find the kill on the back line. So RDO is trying to find this opening. Hiko's gonna buy back. They get a nice egg off to the side. This is what we were looking for. Although Sexy Fat now spinning around here into the air. Murdoch backing off. It looks like they want to just try to retreat. As the signs get thrown out, another multi-cast gets used here over on Sexy Fat. They just drain all of his damage. And this illusory orb, it's hunting. It's hoping that they can find just one more pickoff possibly.
Oh, they have a DD
they
though,
don't have
maybe.
a blink just yet over here onto Leo Star, but they managed to get the lift off. They'll get the steal. It's going to be the Icarus dive getting thrown out, as well as Frank is separated from his team over on the high ground. But RDO, he's going to get taken down. Murdoch, he's got that BKB, and he's got the blade mail, but he can't do much of anything other than just be present in these fights.
Oh, it's
and
TP
now
right on the
Hiko,
ward.
they had the vision. This is a dead Rubik. Triple kill now for MNZ.
That DD actually baited Furia to go back into that fight. It was one dead for one, and they saw the DD and they're like, all right, this is the opportunity, guys. DD Slark. Is there a better hero in Dota to pick up a DD? But I mean, if he dies in half a second,
He's not.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it's not great. That's
More
gonna
damage for Razor to
translate
suck.
right over into getting into Roche, because they can't do anything about it.
Yep. GG.
No, I wouldn't say it's GG just yet.
GG. If this is a pub.
That's if you're raging.
Yeah, this is a
GG
pub.
easy mid.
Murdoch's down mid. Items on the floor. Everybody's doing the old pub train, following him.
Oh my goodness.
Sexy Fat just trying to split push. A little bit. Centaur's pretty good at this. There was a while there where people were playing Centaur like this. They're maxing double edge. Just grabbing waves, pushing super quickly. Kind of fallen off. People play Centaur more like a fighter now. But you always have this option.
Well, they're gonna lose this tier 2 on the top, and there's really nothing that they can do about it. I feel like FURIA, they just can't team fight. They just don't have the damage. They don't have the HP to deal with, you know, what they're dishing out at them.
Right.
I don't know how they get back into this game, Jenkins.
It's really hard. They need to cut some waves. We have RDO up here. He's cutting the top wave, but there are 2 waves that Thunder Predator have.
Yeah.
And this one was piped, so this one's taking a while for them to kill. I think they get a Rax here, but you might want to just sack the Rax if you're Furia, honestly.
They do manage to push the creeps into the base. I mean, there's that one little range creep, and they can see that Slark is moving around, but I don't think they care. I don't think they care at all. So Murdoch jumping in, he's got a blade mail, but it just doesn't seem to matter because it's just evenly distributed.
Wow, it can get the BKB
Murdoch
off.
just gets deleted. He's not there. He doesn't have the buyback. And now Sexy Fat forced to try to run away. They just have so much damage here, Jenkins. Or rather, there is a buyback on Murdoch. I thought he had already used it. They'll be able to kill Leo style. That's a pretty big victory for them. They'll
There's no
pop
way.
the Aegis on the backside, but now they're forced back. BKB coming out from MNZ. MJZ trying to run away. He's going to get slowed down here. And Pico making sure that he was able to steal that split from the Brewmaster. Should be able to find the kill onto MJZ. Murdoch still on the hunt. But they'll be able to grab the Snapfire. She's not going to be able to TP out. That's a dead Matthew, so...
So
They end up getting the buyback out of the Queen of Pain, but...
Right, it does cost the buyback. That was all set up by RDO cutting the creep wave twice. So this puts Thunder Predator on this timer where essentially they need to take a fight. You know, they have 30 seconds before the Rax is immune. So if they don't fight and they're not quick at taking Rax, which I really don't think their heroes are particularly fast at taking buildings, they need to take that fight. So nice force there from Furia, and then the buyback on Queen of Pain. Unfortunate he didn't get the BKB off on the first round, but to be frank, I feel like they needed somebody to die in buyback. I don't think they have the net worth to just take a 5v5 even on a high ground and win the fight, unless something goes disastrously wrong for Thunder Predator. I think somebody needed to die in buyback. Although speaking of
Murdoch,
buyback,
they dropped the sentry. Wrong
he does
place,
not have
wrong
buyback.
time. He's got a BKB. He's got to run.
Right into Frank.
Right into Frank. That blade mail's not doing you any good here. Murdoch does have that blink. He's going to try to TP out. He's going to be able to make it in time. No.
100 seconds? Oh god, that is not a good hero to die. He was just standing right on a sentry. This Ogre is somehow setting up these kills. I don't know how. Fire Blast is not a long-range spell, but every fight it seems like he's setting up himself.
Well, he's just very prepared, too. You know, it was just bad luck. Oh, top lane, Sexy Fat. See, Duster, he's trying to help out a little bit, but I think you just let him go. Let him go here. He's gonna have to stampede on out. Razor's in the bottom lane, and Slark is here though. He's trying to get a quick pick off on Matthew. Doesn't have that detection though for the Glimmer Cape, as Razor also TPs himself over to the mid lane. MNG, look at him. He's riding that little bird. He's trying to find the opening. He's got the vision. He'll slow him down just a little bit, immediately breaking the link though. RDO, he's leading them on a high-speed chase, and it looks like he's gonna make it out thanks to that Ag Scepter and having those pounce charges. But if he did not have that, that would have been a different story.
50 seconds. No Queen of Pain.
No,
Sexy
Queen of
Fat
It.
is
They do have-
pushing.
yeah, I was about to say he's up there. He's trying.
He's being annoying. He did blink in though. They are lacking a lot of TPs. They know that a lot of TPs were straight TPs out. He knows that they can't cancel because they all TP'd to go for the Slark. So
Oh,
he
God.
can't be stopped.
Puck has a quickening charm too. This guy already a menace, but
Oh yeah, that's a
having
nasty...
everything on cooldown even further. Oof.
I prefer to go for the Waning Rift cooldown on Puck, just because if you do get a quickening charm, you perma silence, which is just insane.
It's insane.
Especially with the 25 talent. Although I'm sure he's going to go for the Dream Coil Rapid Fire just because he went for the 30 damage, the phase shift attack. I'd be shocked if he went for the Waning Rift AoE in range and not the cooldown reduction. That would make no sense to me. I think. Oh yeah, he's going for Deso next, so he's gonna go for the Rapid Fire.
Might as well. He's had a really good game here as well. Just add a little bit more push to their already existing tower taking.
Yeah, they definitely do need some hero to push. It's funny that it's going to end up being a Puck to get the Deso, but that is the day and age that we live in
I
Dota.
remember when Moon Meander first, like, oh, hold that thought as he goes. He's going to have to go use that Brewmaster split to get himself away, although he's not sure if he wants to go back in. It feels like maybe he's setting up something, maybe he's trying to get them off of Murdoch, who's just stuck in the trees. He's very dead.
He had BKB.
I don't understand exactly,
He can't break the coil, obviously, but, you know, he's still able to BKB to not take the damage. That is interesting.
yeah.
That's a very disciplined choice to not use the charge and die there, if that was his call. If that wasn't just a misplay. I gotta say, that is a very impressive discipline.
And now we've just totally evolved into some good old-fashioned rat Dota. Got a Slark pushing a wave, we've got the Centaur pushing a wave.
Slark even has a gem, so they're really committing to this.
I don't think they have many other choices right now. I think if they try to take a full 5v5, they're found wanting.
Yep. This is when it's a really nice time for somebody on Thunder Predator to pick up Boots of Travel. Just to deal with this split push style that you know that FURIA is forced to commit to. So let's see, does anybody have bots queued up? No, but maybe we'll see Puck go for it after
Who do
the
you,
Deso.
yeah, I was about to say, like, I guess it's gotta be Puck, right? Out of all the heroes here.
Not bad on Razor too, just because he really likes the move speed.
Oh, Dream Coil gets used on Sexy Fat. A little Snap Frank gonna be joining up. They'll use the Mortimer Kisses. This should be a very dead Pony Boy, although he does have the Stampede, but the Yules comes out. He's not going nowhere. Followed up with a Cookie Hop. Couple hits here. It does take a while to take him, but they'll eventually slay Sexy Fat.
What is this? A game of some sort?
What's the play now? Do you run down mid? They're really chasing him around the map.
Yeah,
Commendable.
it's kind of bizarre, honestly.
This is a decent approach to this, though. A lot of people are doing this lately with the outposts. There's always these objectives to kind of run around and get, and you do really want to push the enemy team in their base, and then you can kind of play one area. You often, you know, what's the point in, if you don't have any tower push, what's the point in pushing them in their base and trying to go high ground? You know, when you're really not a threat to them, they're not going to go back. They're going to send one person back and then keep still pushing you.
These
Duster's
Power
dead.
Ranger TPs.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
Oh, no! I thought he was dead, too. They had a Cookie Hop, they had a Dream Coil, and they don't land either one of those.
Leo Style, I do see playing a lot on US East servers, so he is definitely somebody who's used to the ping.
So you're trying to say that he has no excuse, is that what I'm
No
hearing?
excuse, no excuse, Leo Style. He was taking a sip of his coffee or something,
There
or
you
of
go.
his Monster Energy.
Delicious Monster Energy, yeah.
Mhm.
We are getting closer and closer, though, to that Queen of Pain 25, which we've talked about. It's really, really good.
It's one
I
of the
don't-
most nuts 25s, and when she gets 30, It's disgusting. You get a Lincoln Sphere, you have the spell block, you have 30% spell lifesteal. It is filthy.
You've got this strange light of hope kind of
You do.
coming out
You
here.
I really think I genuinely believe that late game Dota is. Oh, be careful.
Ooh, that was very close. In fact, Leo style, you can see already RDO, he's using all those pounce charges. He wants to get away. Murdoch's still standing nearby. Needs to be careful that they don't get revealed. Hiko standing nearby. They don't have the whole team though. I'm not sure what they're planning on doing. I guess they're just trying to waste time. Hiko getting the lift off. They've got the Glimmer Cape. RDO should be able to teleport out, and Murdoch's already out as well, so are they gonna actually let... Yeah, Hiko, he makes it out too, so that's a lot of time that Thunder Predator has spent chasing around these heroes.
Furia is playing this style of Dota absolutely beautifully. This is so annoying to watch. You know, it's at this point that I wish I was a psychopath because the empathy that I have to be in this game is I'm actually bothered by the fact that they're pushing like this.
What a statement, Jenkins. Jesus.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying to be in a game like this. It's like we should be able to win, but we can't because these guys are just hitting lane creeps and running away from us.
Now, did Thunder Predator play this right? Because I feel like they could have taken advantage of one of their power spikes and just went down mid, taken some buildings. Like, they're chasing so much. It's obviously, the later it gets, it's more difficult.
They need a bots. They need a bots on somebody. I think the problem is not having a bots. We have a Puck that's committing to this damage build for the memes, for the fun, for the late game. Oh, okay, Slark, maybe it's his time.
RDO, he's gonna be able to just run away. Hiko hiding over here on the side. Got Sexy Cut. They'll just use the Stampede. They want to get out. They're happy with this. They got what they came for. Puck's still looking for this opening. We'll be able to go grab Sexy Fat, but I mean, it's pretty tanky. If you're gonna have someone, you know, get used a lot of spells upon, that's the guy you want. And they managed to get 2 courier snipes. And I think, did Hiko just TP out away from Matthew too? Yeah.
Does look like it.
So, I mean, this you know, next level cat and mouse chase is very awful feeling right now if you're Thunder Predator. It's gonna be very annoying.
Much so working for Furia. And
Yeah.
as I was saying about the late game about 5 minutes ago, before this giant 5-minute fight and battle across the map started happening, the late game in Dota right now, it's the same thing I was saying about the Rapier. There are so many insane options for the late game. You can go down straight down mid and go throne. People get level 30s and you get every talent? Like, excuse me? How's that a mechanic? There are 60-minute jungle items. Rapier gives True Strike on top of a ridiculous amount of damage. The late game options for you in Dota right now are crazier than they've ever been. So more so than ever, racks don't matter, advantages don't matter, nothing matters other than how you play in the late game. And that's why picking a hero to push towers, or, you know, doing a better job potentially at pushing towers, is sometimes pretty nice in a game. So you don't end up just going late where it's like, all right, who gets the apex from the jungle? Oh, all right, the Morphling did. GG. You know?
This is just like the weirdest thing to watch here. Hiko, he's just TPing out underneath the Puck's nose. They took the tower using the Slark.
Lord.
Yes, they have an Aegis on MNZ, but it doesn't matter if they never get to use it. If he's constantly just chasing people around the jungle and he's never able to actually hit any buildings and throw his body at things, like, I feel like they missed this window real hard because they just started chasing too much.
I think they still, I think they still have a window. I think the Puck needs to get travels. I think the Puck needs to take that cheese, put it on the ground, right-click it, and take a gem instead, because these heroes are getting out because of their Glimmer Capes. Like, these supports shouldn't be able to split push like this, and there should be a very safe hero such as a Puck with a quickening charm who's never going to die, just dealing with the one lane, and then the rest of the heroes run down another lane, and then all of a sudden it's 2 lanes versus 1, and then at that point you don't care about split pushing, but nobody has travels. It's crazy to me that that nobody on this Thunder Predator side has gotten travels. It's almost like a at this point, like a I don't need travels to win this game sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to buy travels, you should buy travels. I'm going to be the one who's hitting the buildings, or something
Right,
to that effect, right?
Yeah, something like that. But somebody's got to get the travels. It's probably going to be Puck, because I feel like the Razor might be able to die to Furia. I don't think Puck can die. Puck has a Lincolns. How do they catch Puck? They have to get it with a Centaur Stomp. Do you know how easy it is to dodge Hoof Stomp?
Yep. And he's got a
Like-
Yules too on top of that. Like he's got
Yeah.
so many items. Like, you know, yeah, he doesn't have a blink, but he doesn't really need it at this point. They're having such a difficult time trying to lock him down in the first place.
Yep. So here's the thing. Look at what's going on the map right now. Look at how Thunder Predator's playing in 2 lanes. There's one creep wave that's running past MNZ. There's Brewmaster dealing with the mid lane. It's a very typical thing for offlaners to do is go to the mid lane because it's the most dangerous lane. So if somebody's going to feed, like you said earlier, you'd rather be your offlaner.
Right.
Who's top? It needs to be a hero that can go to the fight. There's no hero that does that unless they have a Boots of Travel. That's it. They can take the outpost. That's also a pretty decent thing. Puck can definitely play up there, but
What is MJZ is just drawing all over this map. He is not happy, it seems.
I hope he's saying what I'm saying to his team. Is that somebody play top, please? Cores. I'm an ogre. I can't do this. Somebody
Yeah.
else do this. That's what he's
Someone's gotta.
saying. Like, how is this happening? He is flaming Leo style right now.
I'm sure Leo Style is like super upset too because he's had a very nice game, but it doesn't matter, right? You can have a great game on your hero, but if you don't win, you don't win. It doesn't matter. It makes zero difference.
Dota's binary. You win or you lose.
Yes,
You kill
exactly.
the throne
It's
or you lose your
defense
throne.
of the ancients.
Nothing.
That ancient's got to go down. That's how you win.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you're the most kills on the team or the flashiest player.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter how good you are at laning. You lose.
You're all
you win,
garbage now.
You win the lane, you lose the game, doesn't matter how many lanes you win, how good you are at laning. I gotta say, that's one of the biggest things from coaching people is that there are so many like 3 to 4K players that are really good at laning and am so jebaited and obsessed by the fact like I won my lane. It's like, dude, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You're losing. Are you 12 years old? Wow.
Yeah, that's some
And Matthew's not happy.
spicy essay drama. That's all.
Well, that went bad quickly.
It's the Brazilians and the Peruvians have they've got some rivalry for sure.
I gotta say, Matthew is definitely one of the more on the serious side in SA Dota. He's a pretty serious. I was saying some dirty words in Spanish and he was just question marking me. Usually when I say it, people are like, "Ah ha ha, Jenkins speaking Spanish. He has no idea what he's saying." But no, he was not happy.
Matthew probably knows, dudes. But like, he knows what he's saying.
He was not happy. Yeah, he was not happy.
Matthew's always struck me as someone who's very earnest. Like I was doing like back in the day. I don't even know what team he was on at that point. Definitely wasn't the current one, but he definitely. Oh boy, yeah, they got to go home. They have to deal with this. Someone's got to deal with this because they just lost. They're gonna lose this Rax, and they're gonna get him for free.
They are just done. They're just
Okay.
done with the game. They're just gonna go throne or something. I don't know.
I don't know either. Double damage on Frank. You've got the Desto over here on Puck. He's got the Waning Rift. This is the weirdest game.
Hello?
Jenkins, give me your expert analyst.
I have no idea what's going on right now. They're just trading racks.
Okay, I guess this is how this game's gonna go on. Although Sexy Fat gets a really nice stomp down here. It's gonna buy a little bit more time, but they're having this whole team fight while they're hitting buildings over in the Dire base. What on earth is going on? Okay, there's gonna be the buyback coming out from Sexy Fat. He's like, I just have to keep throwing my body at them, distract them for a little bit because my team, I don't even know. I guess they're gonna go for full megas here because why not?
Oh,
Leo Style.
they're just committing for megas because the mid tower. Oh my god.
Oh
That is
my
cool.
God.
Okay, I see.
Oh,
That
hold
is
that
cool.
thought, hold that thought. We do get a team fight coming out here. Murdoch, he's tanking a lot of this damage, though. He does have that blade mail. Looks like he is going to get taken down. Mortimer Kiss is going to get thrown back. We're going to get the buyback now on the Queen of Pain. Duster hiding over into the corner. He's not going to be able to get that egg off, though, as RDO is joining into the fight here. He's trying to get this kill, and he's not going to be able to quite find it, so be able to just force staff him away a little bit further. That BKB duration is just about to end, as they did manage to fight them back. Sexy Fat, he's already bought back. He can't afford to get taken down. Again, the Glimmer Cave coming out, a little bit of slow coming out from Duster. He's going to egg off into the corner. Now MNZ, he has no mana left. He does have the Aegis, as they're just still fighting, slugging away. There's going to be, again, another Icarus dive, slowing them down just a little bit. MNZ, he's so tanky, it's really difficult to take him down. Murdoch going to have to back out, and they're just focusing right back over here on the Rex, but they don't have creeps. They've got to go through the backdoor protection, Jenkins. RDO just using that gem to his advantage, cutting down some of these different wards everywhere, but it's just down to one Rax. Can they force them out? MNZ, again, he does have that Aegis. It doesn't matter if he's taken out RDO, jumping onto the back lines, Leo style, gets pushed back here by the Queen of Pain, and the Slark is just so far into the back lines, just chasing after the supports. Now Murdoch, he takes a huge hit right back there as they use the BKB. They'll jump forward again. Can they find enough damage? Can they get the kill? No, they're not going to be able to. They'll lose Duster. And Slark, just RDO, was trying to just get this kill in the back. Is going to get glimmered. He's got the Shadow Dance. He's looking to go right back in again. Does have that Basher. He's going to need some help, though. Murdoch is here.
Puck.
Leo style on the back lines. Are they going to be able to get the kill onto Puck? They'll be able to finally find it. MNZ, he's fighting as fast as he can. He still has that Aegis. Aegis will pop, though. Use the Sonic Wave up on the high ground. Matthew, he was trying to just lead them on a little bit of a chase, but he will eventually get taken down. RDO, he's looking for this opening. There's the BKB coming out from MNZ. RDO, he's trying to man fight him. He needs some more help. They need more damage. They don't have it, do they? But the jump forward coming out from Sexy Bat right when that BKB charge is going to end. MNC, he's got to run. Can he do it in time? No, he won't. They'll be able to take him down. Jenkins, what the hell just happened?
I have never seen that happen. I've heard people theorize of this, but I've never actually seen it happen in a game. I'm shocked that Thunder Predator had the balls to make that call, because I've been in games where people are like, "Oh, that's what we should have done." Nobody has the balls to actually do it in a game where you run down and just sack your entire racks because you know that you have a tier 2 available, because you have to be very confident that when you go up that high ground that you're going to win that fight in order to do that. And I mean, they were right, but it turned around after they made the good racks play, and they
Good Rax play.
I don't even know.
Look at
I don't
Slark.
even, I have no idea. He has a
Take a look at
rapier.
Slark. He's got the rapier. They're ready. They're ready to end
This
this game,
game-
force some buybacks, do some stuff.
This game is actually over.
This game is insane.
He has a rapier. There's no Razor for 40 seconds. They can't fight. They're
They
gonna get
can't.
Megas.
They absolutely can't. They've got a BKB. They've got the Basher. They've got a rapier over here on the side. RDO. They don't have Razor. Puck's gonna be up, but they're not gonna care if Puck goes and toils you at this point.
That's Megas. They're
That's
just gonna
Megas. They wanted to get Megas over for the side of Thunder Predator, but it's gonna be FURIA who manages to get Megas before they can.
What the fuck?
Oh, what is this game? Oh, SA Dota, you never fail to amuse me. You never fail to surprise me either.
Well, good time to back off. They have Megas, 45-minute items coming out. If Slark can get, let's see, what are the items? Oh, he's got a leveler. Oh my god, he's got a leveler. Now, wait a minute. 45-minute. Is it 45 minutes or is it 40 minutes?
It's 40.
Is it 40? Okay,
It's
so
40.
he had a leveler for that. So that's why he was doing...
But he has like,
I
what,
see,
3
I
hits?
see.
Go home. Go. No. I feel like Slark could have just stayed there. I don't think they need to send him home to fight this.
Is this actually going to be Megas versus Megas? Are you kidding
I
me?
don't know. The jump forward, though, coming out from Frank almost immediately onto the back line, so they find Leo style. They want to just get rid of him, and he is out of here. He just absolutely evaporates. RDO on the back lines. He's got the BKB. He's going to turn right back around again, chasing after MNZ. They managed to find the kill onto Matthew. Egg's going to get used by Duster. As they're on the hunt, they're looking. They were hoping to maybe grab MNZ.
They're going to get thrown by creeps if they're not careful.
They absolutely are. In fact, you can see the Brewmaster. He's TPing home right now. He needs to get out. They get the kill on MJZ, and they're going to go right down mid. They're going to force some buybacks. They don't have buyback on the Puck. They've got buyback on Matthew. They do have the Mortimer's Kisses, but I don't think they really care, Jenkins. And a double damage. As if things could not go any more perfect right now for FURIA. RDO gets himself a double damage. He's got a Divine Rapier, Abyssal Blade. The comeback is real.
He carried. Leaving Slark alone was the problem all along. He's just throning. I don't think they
What are you
even
gonna
need
do?
to fight.
You can't do
I
anything
think he
about
just-
this. This is,
I think he just hits throne.
I believe they call it capina in Brazilian, but this is gonna be a lancha victory for sure right now. As RDO,
Okay,
yeah,
he's going for the kills. He wants to.
The
he just
GG,
wants to.
the GG gets called. They know they can't do anything. They waited too long. They made some interesting choices on the side of Thunder Predator, and it came back to bite them in the butt.
What
So I'm gonna
in
need you to
God's
break
name?
that down for me in your best analysis ever here, Jenkins. What happened in this game?
Okay, I'm going to tell you that I have only ever heard such a play that Thunder Predator made theorized in 8K MMR pubs that people will kind of break it down after the game, maybe send some private messages, say we should have done this, we should have done this. And that has been a 1 in like 1,000 theory where the actual correct play is to just run down mid, let them split push you. Who cares if they throw on you? You'll get more than they get because it's just so risky. And we can see the risk of that in this game. At that moment in the game, you lose a puck like that, which started off the whole disaster scenario for Thunder Predator, and all of a sudden the puck has to buy back, and then the game is over. Or you lose a Razor, and the Razor has to buy back, the game is over. Or you let Slark get a couple of kill streaks, they get a Rapier, the game is over. There are so many situations that can occur where you instantly lose the game, and that is why it is such a ballsy play. So I commend Thunder Predator for going for that play, but that is almost always the last option because the best option is usually just to go kill the enemy team or get travels or do any of these other options to stop the split pushing. So I'm really grateful that I was able to see the play finally be made, but it didn't work. There's a reason that that is the last play that people are willing to make in a Dota game.
And it does feel so weird because for the longest time, they kept going back. They kept going back every time, someone, but then they had to start all over again. And it's odd in this case that they finally were like, okay, we can't go back anymore. We can't go back. Just keep doing it. And like you said, it's one of the possible outcomes, and that just happened to happen. I'm so
That's
befuddled by this whole game.
That was a good game. That was a good game. I'm glad we got this one to cast. That was like I said, I have never seen that. I'm actually quite grateful to this team for making that play. I think they did it out of frustration, but I'm glad that I finally got to see it. And I really think the solution, not to be too harsh on Leo style or anything, but I think the solution,
Boots
if
of
you're looking
travel.
back at this game, is just boots of travel. You just
Mhm.
get boots of travel, and then the whole problem is solved. But it did lead to some very interesting Dota to not have that as a solution. So for that, I am grateful.
Well, I'm glad that I had my monster energy during that to keep up with everything happening in the entire team fight. But we
Yeah.
are going to
Jesus.
take a break here, guys. This is a best of 3, so who knows what kind of crazy other matches, or rather other games in the series that we're gonna see. So we're gonna take a moment, take a breather, and when we come back, we'll have game number 2.